For a long time, TradingView has been a valuable tool for day traders and investors alike when it comes to following and analyzing market. However, not everyone can use this tool and utilize its full potential. So today we are going to share how to use this platform to its maximum capacity and look through all the cool features it has. TradingView is a cloud-based analysis platform and a social media network. You can use it right in your browser as there is no need to download any software on your computer. All you need is to log into the system. TradingView has all the main markets such as crypto, stocks, futures, forex, commodities, etc. As I said earlier, TradingView has a social media network aspect to it. We have a community button where you can check other traders' ideas. Scripts is a section where you can explore strategies listed by other users. On the home page, you can press Chart button. On the top left of the chart page, you can find Settings button. You can access your layouts which you set up before. You have Autosave option, which enables you to automatically save all changes made to a layout. You can rename your layout, for example, crypto. You can even share your layouts with your friends. You can also export your chart data into a CSV file. Press Save and the file will be downloaded on your computer. Next, in Settings menu is your profile, where you can set up account settings and billing. Help Center is where you have access to really good resources about the platform. This is where you can find answers to any questions you might have. You can also leave feedback. Next in the menu is Refer a Friend feature. If you have social media, you can invite others to use this platform, and if they join and upgrade to a paid plan, you will get a reward on your account that you can use when upgrading to paid version. Next in the menu is a coin section. You can use coins to upgrade your plan or send the coins to other traders as a friendly gesture. Next in Settings menu is a What's New section, where you can check out notifications coming from the platform. Home button takes you back to home page. In More section, you will be able to quickly navigate to Ideas, Markets and Scripts pages. Next, you would be able to change the dark mode. You can also remove a drawing panel, which usually appears on the left. You can check a keyboard shortcut feature here, as it's very useful when trying to speed up your work and improve efficiency. Of course, we also have a Signed Out button in the settings. So next on the page is a symbol search, or as it's called, a ticker box. Here you can find any financial instruments. If you would like to find Ethereum, just type ETH and there would be lots of different types of ETH on the list coming from different exchanges. As you can see, our list is quite big, so we might want to specify the exchange. This can be done by pressing on the top right icon. You can choose Binance by typing Binance. Select it. After you do it, it will load your market on the main chart page. And if you would like a quick access to a specific market right here on the page, you can type in, for example, Apple. As you can see, nothing appears on the list, because if you remember, you specified the exchange earlier, and Apple is missing on the exchange of your earlier choice. Therefore, choose Search on all exchanges. And look, now we find Apple on Nasdaq. Next in the menu is Time Frame, where you can set up a preferred time frame. If you want to quickly do so, type any digit on your keyboard, for example 1. And now you have specified the time frame, which is 1 minute. If you add S, it would count as seconds, and D stands for a day. If you add W, it would mean a week, and M counts as a month. Now let's set up my chart for 15 minutes. Next are candles, where you can select different types of candles you would like to be shown on the chart. For example, we have candles, hollow candles, bars, lines. There are plenty of options. Next button is Add Symbol or Compare button. Here you can actually add another financial instrument to make a comparison between. For example, let's choose Bitcoin as our comparison. Now you see Ethereum as our initial instrument and Bitcoin as a comparison one. Bitcoin's chart is an overlay and its type of line chart. If you want to change it, find its settings on the top left and then change the style. for example, candles. Now Bitcoin chart is shown in candles. In order to remove a comparison chart, press the remove button in chart settings. You can also toggle the display of these charts by clicking this button. Next in the menu is indicator and strategies. Here you can find various indicators and strategies for trading. For example, you would like to add volume to your chart. Type volume and choose the indicator from the list so that it appears on your chart. To remove the indicator, find settings on the top left. Press remove button and now it's gone. Let's add more indicators and customize them. By clicking on this arrow button, you can choose the panel where this indicator should appear. For instance, on the bottom panel or on the panel above. You can mix different indicators on the same panel by pressing Move to Existing Panel Above button. As you can see, our two indicators are mixed with our main chart now. Also, you can play around with each indicator's settings and adjust the style. Click on the three-dot button and choose Settings Style. Also, here you can find some nice strategies for your trading. The names with two red and green arrows are strategies. After you choose one, you would be able to see how different strategies perform on different kinds of markets. Next in the menu, we find Fundamental Metrics for Stocks button. Here you can find fundamentals regarding stocks. You can explore a lot of useful data, such as market capitalization, company's current assets, and total revenue. This option is mainly for stocks. Next button is Indicator Templates button, where you can save your indicator settings. If you added indicators and changed their position and style, you can click on Save Your Indicator Template button, name it and save it. Next time when you use this chart, you would be able to quickly set up your indicators by using the template. There is no need to tweak the settings again. Next feature is one of my favorites. It's called Alerts. You can customize different alerts. For example, you want an alert for when the value crosses a specific amount. You can specify the frequency of the alert, whether it notifies you once or each time the conditions are met. The duration of effectiveness of the alert, type of notification. You can also choose the sound and the frequency. You can have it sent to you as an email or SMS. You can specify alert's name and the content of the message itself. Next button is Bar Replay button, another cool feature to have. This enables you to replay history data, thus assisting in analyzing your past strategies. Press the Jump to button and choose the place where you would like to start to simulate data. Here you can navigate and play through it by adjusting the speed. Next in the menu are Undo and Redo buttons, which track the order of your actions on the chart. Keyboard shortcuts like Ctrl-Z and Ctrl-Y perform the same functions in any other software you use. So this is the main menu. Next is Layout options. Whether you would be able to access this feature depends on your plan. The feature is very convenient if you have a big screen or multiple monitors, as it enables you to display multiple charts at the same time. With a free version, you only have one view. With multiple charts, you can adjust the style of charts. Essentially, you can synchronize all charts according to the symbol, interval, crosshair, time, and drawings parameters. Next, you have a small cloud button. By clicking on it, you will save a layout to the cloud. This is the same feature that we have in settings. So if you have a different layout for different financial products, you can press on this small arrow and open the Layout Details menu. Here you can choose whether you would like for this layout to have autosave. You can rename this layout. Let's say Crypto. You can create a new layout or load existing layouts. You can share your layouts with others. Trust me, this feature is very convenient if you have multiple assets in your portfolio or are trading a lot. Then you would be using this feature to categorize your instruments. Next button is Chart Settings, where you can adjust certain aspects of your chart. In the Symbol section, you would be able to set up visual parts of your chart. We can change colors and borders. We can set up decimals according to your preferences. You can also choose a time zone. Adjusting data for dividends allows you to adjust the chart in order to visualize the impact of the dividends. which is especially important for those investing long-term. A dividend-adjusted chart shows the total return on investment. It adds the dividends paid out to the share price. Next in the chart settings is a status line. When you use the chart on the top left, you will see the status line that you can customize. You can choose symbols as a description or ticker and description. You can adjust parameters and remove data from the list directly. Scales allows you to customize scales on the right side. For example, you can choose whether to show the symbol name on the right, last price label, bids and ask price levels, high and low prices, and couple of other settings. Currency, countdown to bar close are all very useful if you want to know precise timing of each bar or candle on a chart. Also, you can set up some additional parameters for indicators panel. Appearance is another part of the chart settings that's responsible for background color of the chart, grid lines, and text size. You can also set up navigation button on the screen and for it to be either fully visible or invisible. Trading part is where you customize the view of your orders in case you are using TradingView to trade through integrated third-party trading platforms. Those you can find here. And yes, you can actually trade right here by connecting the platform to your account. Next is events. Let's change the chart back to Apple. Then you can see events related to your financial instrument, for example, earnings or dividends. You can press on them and get additional information. Let's get back to our main page. Here on the menu, we can see full screen button and take a snapshot button, which are very convenient if you need detailed screenshots. You can save the link to the image or download it and share it with others. Next is Publish button that enables you share your ideas with friends. You can publish an idea of your analysis or even make a short video. It can be a tutorial or just analysis. You can make it public or private, add additional information to it, and let others see it. Alright, let's move to navigation menu on the right side. Here we have watch list and details. You can find watch list instruments that you add to the list. To remove data, press cross button on the right side. To add data, press add button. If you click on the right button, you can mark a specific instrument with a specific color or unmark all instruments. You would be able to add sections here and categorize them. After you add a section, you can rename it. You can check or write notes for each instrument as well as monitor ideas behind it. If you press on the name of the watch list, you would be able to filter the list according to the color specified. When you press on the three-dot button, you would be able to make this list public and share with others through the link. Make a copy, rename it, import or export it. Also, you can customize its columns. Watch list essentially is a portfolio that you use, but you can create multiple portfolios. Next in the navigation is an alert section where you can customize alerts and monitor their logs. Next in the menu is news section with information about your chosen instruments. Next in the list is a data section that helps you monitor all associated data from your charts and associated indicators. Hot lists are next. They help you analyze the biggest trends or macro perspective on different exchanges. For example, let's choose Nasdaq and volume gainers. Here, the associated gainers on the market will pop up. This is a good warm-up before starting your trading session as it helps you have a look at the bigger picture of what's happening on the market. Next is an economic calendar for the market, and the information can be filtered according to your country. Idea section takes you to the ideas published. Chat does exactly what it says it does. There are also private chats if you need them. Ideas stream shows you the ideas of people you follow. Notification section shows you all the relevant notifications regarding your account. Order panel is next, as we said earlier. You can execute orders through TradingView. However, you would need to connect your broker account here. After you do so, you can click the right mouse button, choose trade, and specify your trade details. Next is depth of market. Object Tree section shows you every object drawn on your chart. If you have multiple lines drawn and you would like to edit them, choose the one you need on the list here. And the last one is Help Center. Now let's move to the drawing bar. Here you can find tools for your technical analysis. The tools we have are cross, dot, arrow. These three don't have major differences, apart from their looks. And an eraser. Erase allows you to remove drawing from the chart quickly. When it comes to line tool, there is a bunch of different lines to choose from. You can draw a horizontal line, then edit it by dragging or double-clicking on it and customizing its style, coordinates and visibility. So let's customize it a little bit. Change color and add text right next to it. I can also adjust the position of the text. Horizontal lines are generally good for marking levels, while vertical lines work for marking the exact time points. Next is a more complicated tool called Pitchfork. Pitchfork indicator uses 3 parallel lines to indicate possible support and resistance levels for an asset. There is a bunch of different types such as Gantt box, Fib circles, etc. I don't really use it that much, as my technique relies on very simple technical analysis and more advanced fundamental analysis. Next is the brush tool, geometric shapes and highlighter. Then we have text and text labels tools that enables you to add text to your chart. XABCD pattern tool contains patterns such as ABCD, triangular patterns, Elliott impulse waves, etc. There are plenty of other tools which I personally don't use that much. If you wish to do so, you can even add icons to your chart. Measure tools is one of my most used tools. By using it, you can measure the distance between candles and price movements the chart has. Select this tool and press Shift. You can also zoom in and zoom out. Magnet tool is great for precise drawings. By enabling it, you can draw right on chart points. The magnet sticks your drawings to the prices. For navigating between different tools, you can add some of them to your favorites by pressing the star button. Then at the bottom you would see a start toggle button that you can switch and make all your favorite tools appear there. Next button allows you to stay in the drawing mode. So when it's off and you use a drawing tool, it becomes a cursor. If it's on, no matter how many times you draw, the tool will be a drawing one. Next is Lock Drawing Tools button. If I turn it on, I can move the chart and my drawings will still stay in place. The next button is Hide Drawings or Indicators button. That helps you decide whether to show the drawings on your chart or not. Let's move to the bottom bar. The first button is a stock screener that helps you to analyze stocks by filtering certain data. There are multiple options. Next is a text note, but where you can edit notes, set titles for them and obviously manage their content. It's like a note section for all your trading records. The pipe screen button enables you to edit scripts. So if you have programming skills, you can write your own script. We won't spend a lot of time here as it's a separate topic. Strategy tester is where you can check your strategies. You can choose the strategy that already exists, or you can use your own strategy to test. Trading panel is where you monitor the data about your trades, that is if you connected your broker account. Let's go to the homepage and do a simple walkthrough. The chart section is the main part. In trade section, you can see the brokers that can be connected to TradingView platform. In the market section, you would be able to see different financial markets categorized by different types such as indices, futures, currencies, bonds, stocks, and cryptocurrencies. Screener is another part you can experiment with. This module has 3 parts: stock screener, forex screener, and crypto screener. The same goes for ideas and scripts. By clicking on the community button, you can choose ideas and scripts. There is a mobile version of TradingView that also has plenty of features, such as watch lists, ideas, charts. You can have a chart section with simple drawings, set up alerts, make comparisons, and select indicators. However, I prefer desktop version as it can be used on the big screen. This was our video about TradingView. If you found it useful, please consider to subscribe to the channel. I'm Vlad. See you in the next episode.